What's going on, you guys? Duane here with How to Build Credit TV, and I am back again for another How to Build Credit TV live stream. So in this live stream, I'm going to be talking to you guys about 10 mistakes to avoid in regards to credit cards, or 10 credit cards mistakes to avoid. See, when I first got started in credit, there were a lot of mistakes that I made because I just didn't know a lot pertaining to credit and credit cards and how they work. As a matter of fact, before I continue to do the live stream, be sure to hit the thumbs up on this video. It helps the channel a lot. And if you're new to the channel, my name is Duane with How to Build Credit TV, and I talk about how to build your credit, everything you need to know about credit cards, and how to make money using credit cards. So be sure to subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell so you don't miss future videos just like this one. So normally I do a live stream on Mondays at 7 p.m. Central Time, and so today is exactly that. It is Monday, 7 p.m. Central Time, and I'm here doing my live stream. As you guys come into the live stream, please feel free to smash that thumbs up. It helps this channel tremendously, and that would be an easy and free way for you to support the channel. Okay, so like I said, I wanted to talk to you guys in this live stream about 10 credit card mistakes to avoid. See, there's a lot of people that get a credit card, and this is their first go around in regards to credit. In regards to me, I had to rebuild my credit 3 different times. So I got a credit card when I was in college. And then of course I ruined it. I rebuilt it, and then I ruined it again, like maybe around 2008, 2009. And then this is my 3rd time rebuilding my credit. So through that, I've learned a whole lot, and I want to just kind of talk about 10 things that you should avoid in regards to credit card mistakes. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about those 10 things right now, and then I'll say what's up to you guys in the live chat and answer your questions in regards to credit cards, and how to make money with credit cards. So the first thing you want to do in regards to credit cards, as far as not making a mistake, is you never want to miss your credit card payment. You never want to miss a credit card payment, because that is going to be affecting the biggest chunk that makes up your credit score. And that chunk is your payment history. Your payment history is huge. And it's actually 35% of your credit score. So you definitely don't want to get in the habit of missing your credit card payment. Never miss a credit card payment. That's just right off the top. And the reason why that's one of the very first things that I want to mention in regards to credit card mistakes that you want to avoid is because it's a pretty freaking important one. It is imperative for you never to miss a credit card payment. So the cool thing now is that we have these cool devices called cell phones here. I got one right here, and you can set reminders in your cell phone. If you have a credit card bill and the bill is due on the 15th of every month, you can set a reminder for you to pay that bill, and that way you don't have to forget making a payment and you don't miss a payment. Or you actually can do what they have called an auto setup, like an automatic payment. I never do it, which is pretty sad. I should do it, but I never do the auto payment. But you can do auto pay, because that's an easy way for you to at least pay the minimum balance, which is another thing you want to avoid, is to not only pay the minimum balance, but I'll get to that in just one second. So the second thing that you want to avoid in regards to credit cards is you do not ever want to max out your credit card. And when I say max out your credit card, I simply just mean that if you have a credit card and it is a $500 limit, you don't really want to spend $500. You certainly don't want to ever go over your credit limit. So I'm talking about maxing it out, but you really never ever want to go over your credit limit. It's just not good. It doesn't communicate to the lender or to the bank that you're responsible, that they can trust you. And that is a huge problem moving forward with that particular bank and with future banks that you're going to be having a relationship with. So you definitely want to make sure that you never, ever, ever max out your credit card, and certainly don't go over your available credit limit that you have on that card. The next thing that you want to avoid doing in regards to credit cards is you want to avoid credit cards with annual fees, especially once you're starting out. When you're starting out, there really is never a real decent or good reason to ever get a credit card that has an annual fee. There are plenty of credit cards out there that you can get that has no annual fee. And if you're starting out, there is never a good excuse or reason to pay for a credit card. So that would definitely be one of the mistakes that people can make, is to get a credit card that has an annual fee. If you're new to the credit card game, clearly you don't know what's what. So, chances are, if you're new to the game and you're watching this, you're smarter than the average bear. You're more informed. You actually are doing some research, which is awesome. Congratulations to you for doing that. But you definitely want to make sure you do not get a credit card that has an annual fee, especially in the very beginning. This is something that I totally did not do as well, right? Or should I say I totally did. I never had credit cards in the beginning of my credit card journey that had an annual fee, which I was pretty lucky. So now there's a lot of credit card companies, not a lot, but there are several credit card companies that market to people that are new to credit, and they market to them really, really hard and tell them, hey, this credit card has an annual fee of $75 or $99. And if you're just getting started, you don't know any better. Okay, so I'm just telling you right now, one thing that you definitely want to avoid is to get credit cards with annual fees, partially because it's not necessarily sustainable, and it's going to get on your nerves. That annual fee will get on your nerves. Now, if you're not new to the channel, of course, I do talk about secured credit cards and so on and so forth. But an example of a credit card that you shouldn't get that has an annual fee would probably be the Credit One credit card. And that annual fee is anywhere from $75 to $99. And I just don't like that card. Credit One is a horrible credit card. So you just want to stay away from credit cards that has annual fees, because most of them are not good anyway. The next thing that you want to do in regards to credit cards that you want to avoid is you want to make sure that you understand fully that a credit card is a small loan that you have to pay back. Okay, it's not free money. So credit cards it's not free money. It's not like, oh, I got my credit card, girl, let's go on a shopping spree, or man, let me go ahead and buy these Jordans, or let me go ahead and buy these cool gadgets. Let me get an iPad, let me get a MacBook, that type of thing. Of course, I'm naming out stuff that I would have totally bought if credit cards were insanely, well, they were around when I was in college, but the gadgets weren't around, right? When I was in college, there was no iPhone, right? There was no MacBook Pro per se. Of course, there was a Macintosh computer, but it wasn't that big of a deal back then. There definitely wasn't any iPads, so you definitely don't want to waste your money in that way. A credit card is a very, very small loan, and literally, if you use the card, it's like you're getting a loan from the bank. And of course, if you're getting a loan from the bank, they want you to pay it back. So you want to make sure you know that credit cards is not free money. It's not a shopping spree. It's a small loan that you have to pay back. Speaking of paying back, that brings me to the next thing that you want to avoid in regards to credit card. This is the fifth thing that you want to avoid. You want to avoid only making the minimum payments, okay? And the reason why you want to avoid making the minimum payment is because if you continue to make the minimum payment on a balance that you have on your card, it's going to take you a lot longer to pay that balance off. So if I charge something that was $500, and let's say for easy math, let's say my APR was 10%, okay, which is actually very low. So it's 10%, okay? 10% of $500 is not a lot, okay, because it's just $500. But what I'm saying is, instead of you charging $500 on the credit card and paying it off, you're going to be paying a little extra because of your interest, because of the APR. And so you end up spending more than $500 for a $500 purchase. If your interest rate was 20%, 20% of $500 would be $100. So you would end up paying $600. If you string it out long enough for an entire year, you would end up paying $600 for a $500 purchase. And this can add up really easily. You can make a $500 purchase, and then maybe you purchase something else later on, and before you know it, your total balance is like $800. And so for the entire year, you would have spent an extra $100 in interest because your interest rate was 20%. And so you would end up spending extra money, which is totally unnecessary. So you never want to pay the minimum payment. As a matter of fact, you should treat your credit card as if it were a debit card. Debit card, you use to swipe the card, the money is deducted out of your bank account instantly, which is really cool. Okay, so you want to treat your credit card that way. The only difference is you have to wait a couple of days for the transaction to hit your bank, or for the transaction to hit your credit card, and then you can make the payment on that actual credit card. The good thing about using credit cards too is you get benefits, right? You get rewards, you get points, you get cash back, depending on, you know, what that particular credit card is offering. And so you really kind of get something for nothing, right? And by that, I mean that you're basically either getting points or cash back for using your credit card, which is very straightforward, especially if you can pay your credit card off. You really shouldn't be making purchases on your credit cards unless you have the money in the bank to pay it off. Now, I understand life happens. I get it. You know, you got to get your small loans here and there, but just try not to get yourself caught up with it. And the best practices would be to use the credit card when you have the money in the bank. If life happens, hopefully you have some money in your savings account. You could still use your credit card and take the money out of the savings account because it's an emergency, right? And pay it. So that would be the fifth thing. Now, the sixth thing in regards to things to avoid regarding your credit card is you definitely want to make sure that you avoid getting cash advances, or you also avoid using the ATM machine. Some of these credit card companies can be really crafty in how they get you to use a cash advance. They'll send, like Citibank will send me the checks right in the mail, and it'll sometimes it'll have like an introductory offer where you can use this check and basically, you know, use it like you use a regular check. And you're going to be paying, maybe sometimes you'll be paying a little less as far as your APR is concerned with the check. But when you go to the ATM machine, they're going to charge you extra because you're using your credit card at an ATM machine. The cool thing is, and I'm not suggesting this, but the cool thing is now there are so many different payment processors that you can use. You could send an invoice to yourself or to your friend or whomever and use your credit card and pay that invoice and then transfer the money to your bank account. That would be cheaper and easier to do. And you may want to do research. Well, no, you don't have to do any research because it's not going to be a cash advance. So they're not going to charge you a cash advance. You know what I mean? They're not going to charge you as if it was a cash advance or as if you use the ATM machine. And so some of those charges can be pretty hefty. You know, you don't want to spend 3% on whatever you're going to be spending if you did a cash advance or if you did withdrawal from the ATM machine. So it would be a lot better if maybe you knew somebody that has a PayPal account or some kind of account where you can send an invoice or send a request, and you could do it that way. It may be cheaper to do that than it would be to use the ATM or to use cash advances. So you definitely want to avoid doing that. The seventh thing to consider in regards to something you should not do with your credit card is you don't want to use your credit card outside the United States unless you know for a fact that that credit card does not charge you foreign transaction fees. Foreign transaction fees can range anywhere from 3%, which is the most common, I would say. Hopefully that's the most common, probably like 3% to 5%. So all that means is if you spend $100 outside of the US and you use your credit card, you're going to be charged $3 extra for that purchase. So it'll be $103 if it's 3%, right? So you don't want to use your credit cards outside of the United States unless you know for a fact there's no foreign transaction fee. The next thing, which is number 8, is you don't want to make unnecessary purchases to meet your minimum spend. Now, this one is very tricky. So if you're getting started with credit cards, you probably don't know what minimum spend is anyway. But a minimum spend simply refers to how much money you have to spend on your credit card in order to get a particular sign-up offer or a sign-up bonus. Sometimes it could be like $150 cash back after you spend $500 within a 3-month window, which is pretty easy. Or with like the American Express Platinum card, you have to spend $5,000 within a 3-month window in order to get a specific amount of points. So you don't ever really want to spend money on your credit card just to meet a minimum spend, especially if it's an unnecessary purchase. So when I am thinking about me meeting my minimum spends, when I get a credit card and it has a sign-up offer, let's say I got to spend $2,000 in 3 months, I already have mapped out how I'm going to do that before I even apply for the credit card. So you definitely don't want to take your credit card and make unnecessary purchases just to meet your minimum spend. You know, like I'm going to go out and buy this brand new camera for my YouTube channel because if people are watching me in HD, I'm going to get all the subscribers. I'm going to tell you right now, not the case. Okay. So you don't want to make unnecessary purchases in order to meet your minimum spend on a credit card. The next thing, which is number 9, is you don't want to close a credit card that does not have an annual fee. It makes absolutely no sense to close a credit card that does not have an annual fee. Instead of closing that credit card, keep it and maybe use it once every 3 months. If you can use it once a month, that would even be better, but definitely no less than once every 3 months. So never close a credit card that does not have an annual fee, because closing that credit card could affect your credit score. And it just doesn't make any sense to close the card because there is no annual fee. You know what I mean? Like, chances are you will have to pay that credit card off first before closing it. And once you're done paying it off, there's really no reason to close it. You know, I understand the self-discipline part where, oh, I don't have the self-discipline, but there's really never a reason to close a credit card that does not have an annual fee. And the 10th and last thing that you should definitely avoid in regards to making credit card mistakes is you do not want to close your oldest credit card. Closing your oldest credit card will definitely affect your average age of credit tremendously, and that will in turn affect your overall credit score. So if I had a credit card from when I was in college, let's say from back in the day, right? Let's say the card is 20 years old. I don't want to close that card that's 20 years old because that card is definitely allowing me and my other credit cards that factor in there that gives me my average age of credit. It's influencing my credit in a very positive way. So if I close that credit card that's 20 years old or however old the card is, you never want to close the oldest card. It's gonna impact my credit score in a very, very negative way. So that's basically the 10 things in regards to credit cards that you want to consider, mistakes that you never really want to make. Real quickly, I'm going to pause and I'm going to actually say those 10 things again. But right now we have 100 people watching the live stream. Thank you so much. Please smash the thumbs up in this video. We only have 43 thumbs up. So let's go ahead and smash the thumbs up. And more importantly, ask your questions. If you have questions in regards to credit cards, and how to make money using credit cards, be sure to ask those questions and I'll do my best to answer the question. So real quickly, I have a sad story to tell you guys. First of all, Cakeology, thank you, sir, for that $10 super chat. I appreciate you, sir. Says great info, peace and love. Thank you for doing that $10 super chat because, man, believe it or not, I literally forgot that quick. So I'm going to be doing a live stream tomorrow on Cakeology's channel. So first of all, be sure to go by his channel and subscribe to his channel. He has, I think, 912 or so subscribers. We need to get him to 1,000 subscribers so he can monetize his channel. So please, please, please go on over there and subscribe to his channel. So I will be on Cakeology's channel tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central Time. That is 9 p.m. Eastern Time. 8 p.m. Central Time. Go ahead, go over there, subscribe to his channel, click the notification bell so you can get the alert. He normally sends out an alert like 30 minutes before his live stream starts. So I will be on his channel tomorrow doing a live stream with him. He has been doing live streams for like over 30 days consistently. So dude, hats off to you. Much respect. Thank you for that $10 super chat. And like I said, be sure to go to Cakeology's channel and subscribe to his channel, because he's the man. Karen, thank you so much for that super chat. Karen says, thank you for your wisdom. I don't even know what that is. I'm looking at it and I'm like, I don't even know if there's a way for me to look at that and see exactly. Give me 1 second here, guys. Let me see if I can pull up my channel and see exactly what this is, because I have no clue. So sad. I'm like, I don't even know. Okay. Well, I guess I don't even know what kind of currency that is. But Karen, thank you so much for that that super chat. That means a lot to me. I really, really appreciate you. She says, thank you for your wisdom. Yes, ma'am. It is my pleasure. Thank you guys for showing up and being here. Once again, if you have questions, don't be afraid to ask. This is the place. This is the time. That's what these live streams are all about. That's what How to Build Credit TV is all about. So be sure to ask. And feel free to share the channel with people that are going to find it useful and helpful. Okay, so be sure to do that. Let me jump into the live stream here, and I'll kind of say what's up to some of you guys, and then I will get back to just kind of recapping the 10 credit card mistakes that you want to avoid, because this is insanely important. Curtis, what's going on, bro? Thanks for stopping by the stream. It's a pleasure to have you in the building again. Kyle, I see you, bro. Kyle says, yes, back again. Yes, sir, I'm here. Mr. Randolph, what's going on, bro? Says, what's up, fam? Shout out from Durham, North Carolina. Yes, sir. G Dobbs, thanks for stopping by as well. She says, hi, Duane. Keep doing what you're doing. Enjoy watching you every week. Always very informative. May God bless you. Thank you. May God bless you. And thank you for stopping by the stream. A pimp says, Duane, the guru, how's that stimulus check treating you? Okay, so here's the deal, guys. I got a couple of stories, right? So the first story in regards to my stimulus check, apparently I'm going to be taking a decent chunk of it and paying my speeding ticket. As a matter of fact, I don't think I've gotten my stimulus check. So, I'm going to have to do a video talking about that. I think what ended up happening was what I thought was my stimulus check is because I have unemployment. So the whole $600 a week benefit thing that we're getting because of coronavirus, if you have filed unemployment, because I stopped working on my job November of 2019. So I've been getting unemployment for a while because I have, X amount of dollars that I've put in towards unemployment. So how it works in Texas is that you are able to collect unemployment until that money runs out or until you find a job or whatever. So I have several $1,000s in my unemployment bank that I can use. Of course, I don't have to use all of it. And of course, I can use all of it. So I think I ended up getting the $600 bonus, and not bonus, but the $600 stimulus deal in regards to people that were filing or that are on unemployment currently. So I think that's me. I did make a little small video yesterday that I probably have to still go back and edit and maybe put on like an intro to the video where I kind of showed talking about the stimulus and kind of going through the process as far as getting my check. Anyway, I'll talk a little bit about that in that video if I decide to shoot it and put that up. So I got a ticket. I got a speeding ticket. Now, the last time I had a speeding ticket was 2016. My cousin got married in Tennessee, and we drove, my cousin and I, with his daughter and my 2 kids, drove from Houston to Cleveland, Tennessee. It took us, I don't know, like 17 hours maybe. I think it's supposed to take us like 13 to 14 hours. Man, we left at like 11 o'clock that night out of Houston, and it was painful. That night driving was painful because we didn't rest. We didn't sleep before we went. We just like went to work, and then we said, oh, let's leave at 11 o'clock. Played ourselves. So I got a ticket. The last time was 2016. I got a ticket last week. I don't know. I want to say like Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm not sure. But I got a ticket last week, and it was a speeding ticket, and I totally play myself. I hate getting a speeding ticket because it's totally my fault. I hate getting tickets that are my fault. So I speed in general, you know what I'm saying? So I was definitely overdue for a speeding ticket, but I could have totally avoided it. And so anyway, I got a speeding ticket. So I think I'm going to have to pay $266 for that speeding ticket. Or of course I could do defensive driving. So I'll spend a little bit of my stimulus check, which I don't think I've gotten yet, on that. So yeah, that's what's going to happen with that. Chrome Republic, thanks for stopping by the stream. Appreciate you, sir. Ernest, what's going on, man? Thanks for stopping by. Cliff, thanks for stopping by. Cliff says, good afternoon, Los Angeles. Yes, sir. You definitely afternoon in LA. Ivan, what's going on, bro? Says, how are you doing, sir? I'm doing extremely well. Thank you for stopping by the live stream. It's a pleasure to have you here. Ricky G, what's going on, Ricky? Thanks for stopping by the stream. Miss Williams says, hello, squad. Hey, Diamond, thanks for stopping by the stream. D Anderson says, D, Wagwan Star. Yes, sir, I'm here. The typical D Anderson says, Drez at the control at the good time roll. To all the brethren and sisters in the chat. Yes, sir. Peace. Eric says, what's up, D? Just living this lockdown life. Yeah, I mean, I tell you what, man, this coronavirus thing is, it's so weird. I don't really know how to feel about some of the things like here in Houston, and other states as well. People they're protesting or have protested to like open the city back up or open the state back up. And that's cool, you know, like only in the States. I feel like only in the States to some extent, because we have our rights and we want this and we want that. And it's kind of weird because honestly, I think opening back up the state or certain businesses, and I think it's too soon. At least for Houston, I can speak for Houston. I think it's too soon, and I think I wouldn't be surprised if we have more cases as a result of this, because people are going to go nuts and just like go out because, oh, now we can get out. And in Houston, it's pretty lax anyway. So yeah, I'm interested to kind of see what will happen with that. D Green says, hello, Duane and everyone in the chat. Thanks for stopping by, D Green. Tasha, thanks for stopping by. She says, post your email. I want some info on the AU. Thanks. Yes, ma'am. My email address is helpingothersprosper@gmail.com. I will type it in here slowly because I'm slow at typing. Forgive me. Prosper@gmail.com. Okay. Let me make sure everything's right. Okay, cool. There we go. So I slapped that in there. Tasha, you can see that. Scrolling back up here. Slowly. Gosh, I'm slow. Goodness. Did I skip some of you guys? I'm looking at the chat now. Okay, there's Tasha. Okay. Says, what's up, Duane? Thanks for having me looking forward to Monday. Okay, sweet, man. I appreciate that. Thanks for stopping by the stream, of course. Tyree, what's going on, bro? Thanks for stopping by. Tyree says, another Monday, another live stream. What's up, D? Yes, sir, I'm here. Mr. Patel, what's going on with you, bro? Sacramento, stand up. I see you in the room, man. Thanks for stopping by. Ronald Anderson, what's going on, sir? Says, hey, Duane, what's up, Credit fam? Hope all is well. Yes, sir, all is well. I'm not gonna lie, it's been interesting this last week, to be honest with you. I have been struggling in regards to what's going on with me and motivation for my YouTube. I should be on here hustling and killing myself and doing all kinds of videos, but yeah, it's been interesting to say the least. Keith, what's going on with you, sir? Thanks for stopping by the stream. D. Anderson says, I'm on my way out. Got to lock up the hospital administration office. All right, cool, bro. Star Rose, thank you for stopping by the stream. It's a pleasure to have you here again. Once again, if you guys have questions, I see there's 93 people here in the live stream. If you have questions, please be sure to ask them. This video is talking about 10 mistakes that you do want to avoid in regards to credit cards. And I talked about that in the beginning of the live stream, and I will go ahead and hit those 10 mistakes that you want to avoid again in just a minute. But I'm going to say hi to you guys. Marquise, what's going on, bro? I hope I said that right. Thanks for stopping by the stream. S House, I see you, man. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you. Thumbs up number 60. I appreciate that. Be sure to smash the thumbs up, guys, if you haven't already done so. Terrence, what's going on? Terrence says, and of course, I have to have Credit One credit card. Hey, man, don't worry about it. You know what I mean? Use it as a tool, you know, lesson learned, that type of thing. If you have it, clearly don't get rid of that credit card until your year is up with your annual fee, right? There's no need. You already paid the annual fee. Well, I think it's monthly, right? I think Credit One does the annual fee monthly. It's like $9 a month or something like that. Matthew Perry, what's going on with you, bro? Says, hey, what's going on, Duane? I'm doing well, sir. How are you? Thanks for stopping by the channel. Guys, if you don't know Matthew Perry, hey, he has a YouTube channel. Be sure to go by his channel and subscribe. As a matter of fact, hey, Matthew, you probably got more subs than me now. You out there doing them stimulus check videos, huh? Anyway, be sure to go by Matthew's channel. Yeah, look, he's right there. 15,000, 15.8. Dude, you like right there. You're about to pass me up for sure. Anyway, congratulations to you, Matthew. Thanks for stopping by the channel. It's a privilege to have you here. Let's see here. A real woman don't do nonsense. Thanks for stopping by. Says, if I pay off Credit One, is that okay to get rid okay to rid myself of it afterward? If it's your oldest credit card, it is going to affect your credit score, and it's going to affect it, negatively. But I do understand wanting to get rid of that card because there's really no need for you to pay an annual fee. I don't know if they offer any credit cards that don't have an annual fee. If they do have credit cards that don't have annual fees, then you want to contact them and see if you can somehow get on that, and so that way you won't end up closing your account and missing out on all the credit history that you already have. Ernie says, I'm with Bank of America and new to this credit card business and have missed payments, and have missed payment ones and gone about my credit limit. What can I do about this? Dude, I mean, all you can do if you've missed payments is just continue to use your card responsibly, continue to make those payments on time, period. You can't like really fix that per se, but you can fix what you do from here going forward. And with me, like my payment history was probably like 95% for the longest time. And then slowly over time, over years, it finally got back up to 100% payment history. It's probably 99% on one of the credit bureaus, and then I think maybe 100% on the other two. But all you can do is just continue to make your payments on time. That's it. Don't miss any more payments. That would be the best thing to do. He says, resale. What's going on? He says, what's up, player? Thanks for stopping by the stream, bro. I appreciate you very much. Let's see here. Scrolling down. Karen, thank you for stopping by. And thanks again for that super chat, Karen. Karen says, hello, Duane and everyone. Nice to be here with everyone again. Stay safe out there. Absolutely. Karen, where are you? Like I said, I don't know what kind of currency that is. I'm sure it's probably some Asian currency. I'm just guessing off the top of my head. I have no clue. Forgive my ignorance if I'm very wrong. But yeah, I'm just curious where that currency is from, to be honest. Rob, what's going on, bro? He says, we about that life. Thanks for stopping by the stream, Rob. I appreciate that. Ernest says, about 10 days, even though I paid it off, what impact does it have? Maybe you're talking to somebody else right there. I'm not sure if you're talking to me or not, Ernest. Egypt says, quick question. Should you pay off collections agency? And if not, why? Doesn't that stay on your credit report? You only pay off the collection agency if they, well, I say only, but I'm going to speak for myself. I didn't pay off a collections agency in the past because when I got the information about, should I pay it off or shouldn't I pay it off? It was several years in. So like I knew that it was going to fall off of my credit report in like 5 years, in like 7 years. So I personally didn't pay it off. Now, if you choose to pay off a collections agency, it would be really, really cool if you could get them to agree to do a pay for deletion, which simply means that if you pay for it, that they will delete it from your credit report. You want to get them to submit this information to you in writing so that you can have it, because we want them to uphold their part of the deal. If you pay for it, they'll delete it. That's the only time that I would personally pay off a collections. Of course, other people would say something else, and you're always at risk for, being sued for whatever amount of money that you owe. Of course, they can always take you to court and sue you and all that good stuff. And clearly we wouldn't want that to happen. So that's why I'm saying, well, I don't know if I should tell you not to pay it, but just know that if you pay it and you don't have the pay for deletion letter or that agreement, that it will still stay on your credit report and it will still affect you negatively. So that's definitely food for thought. Green Eyes, thanks for stopping by the stream, says, when are you going to do a topic on cards that pull from certain bureaus? Honestly, I don't really know a whole lot about cards that specifically pulls from certain bureaus. Like, I know American Express normally uses Experian, but I don't know. That's a great question. Let me know if there's a specific card that you're talking about in particular. Let me see here. Okay, Justin, what's going on, bro? Thanks for stopping by the live stream. I know you're out there doing your live stream with Cakeology. I definitely see you guys out there hustling together, man. I don't know how y'all do it, but mucho respect to you. Much respect. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Justin said, I would suggest canceling no annual fee cards with issuers if it's past a year and you're looking to get a new credit card with them if having the card open won't allow you. Okay, great advice. Absolutely. I mean, I agree with you 1000% on that. Jay's Way, thanks for stopping by the stream, says I'm in debt like 5,000, not including car, and I'm upside down 12,000, negative equity. I have no savings with 2,000 in the bank. Should I save or pay debt? Help. Ew. Here's the thing with that, right? So when you're in a situation like that, first of all, thank you for being transparent and thanks for stopping by the live stream. When you're in a situation like that, it becomes really, really tricky because you can justify doing just about anything. You can always justify being responsible, paying your debt, that type of thing. So for me personally, I know that like if I were to pay something off and then like life happens and now I need that money that I used to pay something off, like I'm gonna feel insanely horrible. So like for me, I'm always kind of safe, and I always kind of want to have a little bit of money there for like some major life event where I may need the money. So I have a hard time sometimes deciding to be responsible. I think one of the last things I talked about in my live stream was my student loans. Maybe I didn't talk about it, but my student loans have been kind of at the forefront of my mind more than it's ever been in my entire life. When I went to school, I was like, man, student loans, forget that student loan. I don't care. Like, I'm not paying that off. And so like, it's interesting because like, even though I could save a lot of money by paying my student loans, it's very hard for me to justify, you know, being really aggressive to pay off my student loans. If I'm going to say, all right, you know, I owe 60 G's, I'm going to pay $5,000 a month for the next year. Like, it's super hard for me to do that. So I don't know. I'm kind of curious to see what the rest of you guys think in regards to this and what she should do with her money. Rob, thanks for stopping by the channel, bro. Oh, I already told you hi. Okay, Cakeology says it's yen. Okay, cool. Once again, thank you. I have no idea. I had no idea. I thought so, but I had no idea, and I hate being wrong, so I'd rather just not say anything. Miss Gatlin, thank you for stopping by the stream. It's a pleasure to have you here, ma'am. I appreciate you very much. The Coin Alley says that's like $9. Sweet. All right. Thanks again, Karen. I really appreciate that. Let's see. L Brown 1192. Thanks for stopping by the stream. It's a pleasure to have you here. Appreciate that a lot. Raul, what's going on, bro? Says, what's up, my brother Duane? Yes, sir. I appreciate you stopping by, bro. Rob says, should I pay my old delinquent accounts? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I answered that just because, of course, I'm slow on the comments, but I want to make sure I give everybody enough attention and actually answer people's question. Sweet. So yeah, I mean, you only pay the accounts, like I said, if you can get them to agree to do a pay for deletion. Big C, what's going on with you, sir? Thanks for stopping by the stream. Pleasure to have you here. Real Woman Don't Do Nonsense says, should I cancel my credit one after I pay it off? If it's the only credit card you have, I would say no. I would say keep that card for at least a year and don't cancel it until you get another card. But be aware that it's going to affect your credit negatively if you do that. Tasha says, who's Cakeology? What does he do? Yeah, I'm sure I already answered that as well. He has a channel here on YouTube. He does a lot of things in regards to business, personal credit, business credit, branding. Very sharp guy, insanely smart. As a matter of fact, I should and need to speak with him more frequently and should definitely do some brainstorming, collab, plotting, all that good stuff. Very smart guy. Be sure to go by his channel and subscribe. The Coin Alley says, sorry to hear about the speeding ticket. Yeah, man, I totally played myself. Like I said, anytime I get a speeding ticket, like I feel like an absolute loser because it's something I could have avoided. It is insanely weird though, not gonna lie to you guys. Like, I don't even want to do the defensive driving. Now, I know I can do defensive driving and, you know, it won't go on my record and blah, blah, blah. But the speeding ticket that I got in 2016 was like, I don't remember. I want to say it was in Alabama. I don't remember. Alabama or Georgia, okay, and we were driving on the way to Tennessee, And, you know, defensive driving was not an option. I don't think so. I don't think it was. I just ended up paying that ticket. And trust me, I cried about it for sure. Ulysses, what's going on, bro? Thank you so much for that $3.99 super chat. I appreciate you, sir. And thanks for stopping by the live stream. James is in the house from Atlanta. Thanks for stopping by, bro. Malik says, yes, cancel the credit one if you can. Malik's talking to a real woman. All right, I appreciate that. That's funny. A pimp says, fight the ticket. Dude, guys, I don't even... Let me just tell you, okay, I didn't really want to tell you, right? Because, you know, I try to not make myself look bad. So I was driving and this guy was driving a truck and he was entering the freeway. I was going pretty fast, probably like 90, and the speed limit was 70. So I got the ticket for going 90 in a 70. So homeboy comes onto the highway and I thought to myself, he's not a real cop. He's just whatever. Okay, literally, I was like, he's not a real cop. And I just kept going like an idiot, right? So I zoomed past him. I'm going 90. He's entering the highway, right? So he's clearly going less than 70, right? Because he's just not getting on the freeway. And sure enough, he pulls me over. And so I literally played myself like hardcore because I was like, oh, he's not a real cop. He had like a kennel in the back of his car. So it said like animal unit, you know, it said like sheriff, and then it was like something about animal unit. And I was like, man, homeboy can't give me no ticket. Like, he's not even a real cop. And anyway, yeah, I definitely played myself for sure. Mr. Tidbo, what's going on, bro? Thanks for stopping by the stream. Appreciate you very much. Malik says, why not invest in a radar detector? Dude, you know, I've never had a radar detector, but I'm very familiar with them, especially back in the 90s, super popular. And boy, that would do me some good since I really do speed. I speed every day, and it's really bad. It's so bad because like my thinking towards speeding is so distorted. I just like, it just happens. It just happens. Like my sweet spot is around 80. And the speed limit here in Houston on most freeways is like 65. And I go 80 like often, like daily if I'm on the freeway. So like I said, I was due for a ticket. And like I also said, I definitely played myself. I hate those tickets for sure. Okay, here, sorry, I'm just kind of reading. Rob, you said you have delinquent accounts that are 6 years old. Dude, I wouldn't do it. I mean, you're just 1 year away from them falling off. I wouldn't do it, but that's just me personally. Rod, what's going on, bro? Thanks for stopping by the stream. Says, evening, hope everything works out. Yeah, everything's going to be fine for sure. Malik says he's from New York City and it's too early to open the city. Well, I definitely know it's too early to open the city in New York. I already know that. Like I said, it's just kind of weird. It's just kind of weird. Like, people are bugging out. It's amazing to me that like, you know, we want to go and complain and protest that we should open the city back up when it's in our best interest not to do that. You know, like, we're the ones that benefit from doing that. I don't know, like, the whole coronavirus thing is just super sad to me because like, these are real numbers and real bodies. Like, every number represents a body. And of course, it doesn't mean anything to me or the average person until it knocks at our front door. You know, honestly, we're just lucky. You know, we're on the right side of this thing, and we're just fortunate because if you're out in the public and you are close to somebody, and you know, this thing is very much airborne, I think, as well. We're just lucky if we don't catch it. You know, if I pass somebody up that doesn't live in my household and that's a total stranger, I have no idea who they are. And this includes picking your food up, right? Like, people go and pick up foods because of course you can't sit in the restaurant, but you can do curbside pickup. I went to pick up food the other day and they didn't even have any mask on. They were just out, no mask. And I was like pissed because I'm like, dude, don't come up to my window and then you're going to hand me the pen and I'm signing, you don't have a mask on. Like, so it's crazy. Like, I just feel like I'm on the right side of it if I don't get sick. And more importantly, if you don't die, right? I think for me, if I get sick and recover, okay, sweet. But the thing is, you don't know how it's going to affect you until you have it, and then until you see how it's going to affect you, and it's kind of late then, right? So I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't know how I feel about people wanting to open the city back up. I think it's real stupid, but that's just my 2 cents, to be honest with you. The Sovereign Gods, thanks for stopping by the stream, says, hey, what's up, Duane? Thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate you. One Cool Cat, good evening, brother. Thanks for tackling the do-nots. Sacramento, California in the chat. Yes, sir. Let me see here. Okay, Rob is saying he only has one delinquent account that's recent. Yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure I already answered that earlier. If you can get them to do the pay for deletion, it would be in your best interest to do so. Okay, cool. I'm gonna pause real quickly right there, guys, in the comments, and then I'm gonna jump back into talking about the 10 things to avoid in regards to credit cards, because we have quite a bit of people that have been in and out of the chat. So I want to make sure that I at least hit that for the people that are new to the channel. Thank you so much for that super chat. Let me jump down here and see who it is. I know I saw it. Raul, thank you so much for that $4.99 super chat. I appreciate you very much, sir. I appreciate that a lot, man. Thank you so much for that super chat. So once again, I'm going to pause right here in the chat, and then I'm going to talk about real quickly the 10 things that you should avoid, the 10 mistakes you should avoid in regards to credit cards, because yeah, you definitely want to make sure you avoid them. Swab99 says, y'all like this man's video? It's free knowledge. Yeah, you know what? That's the cool thing about the internet, and about the fact that you can share free information and others benefit from it. And the funny thing is, like, all the answers are kind of in front of you, and especially on this channel talking about credit, literally all the things I talk about is something that somebody can do and exercise it themselves and get results. In other words, you don't have to spend money paying somebody to do these things for you. Now, of course, if you have the money and you don't have the time and you want to speed it up, you're going to pay for that, right? So like that kind of sucks. But the information is free, and that is really, really cool. So I appreciate you giving that point, Suave99. I appreciate you, sir. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump back on here and talk a little bit more, like I said, about the 10 things. So I'm just gonna run through it real quickly. So the 10 things that you want to avoid in regards to credit cards, right? You don't want to make these mistakes. Is number one, never miss a credit card payment. You always want to pay your credit card bills on time. With stuff like auto pay, you can set that up and automatically make the minimum payment at least. You can set a reminder in your phone a couple of days before your due date so that you don't ever miss your credit card payment. And when you set your reminder in your phone, you can set the reminder to go off every single month. So it's not something you have to set every time. You set it one time, you forget it, and that's it. You'll see the reminder pop up on your phone so that you can make that payment. If you're in a situation where you can set auto pay, that would be really good and really ideal, because of course auto pay is going to at least pay the minimum payment for you. But if your banking situation is not good, like you're not on top of your finances, then auto pay is not going to help you if you're living paycheck to paycheck and you're not keeping track of what's coming in and out of your bank account. So auto pay would screw you over if you're not on top of what's going on with your bank account. The next thing, number two, is you don't want to ever max out your credit card. It's never beneficial for you to max out your credit card. If you have a credit card limit of $500, you want to never go over it. You never want to go over your credit limit, because that's just not good. It's going to make your credit utilization out of this world, and it's going to ruin the relationship to some extent with that particular credit card company. And it will also show that you're not responsible. They can't trust you, right? They're going to give you this small amount or a large amount of money that you're supposed to manage, and by you going over your credit limit, you're showing them that you're not able to manage that, and that's going to impact and influence other lenders and other credit cards and other whatever that you want to get in regards to credit or loans in the future. That will definitely impact that. So you never want to do that. The third thing that you never want to do is in regards to credit cards, you want to make sure that you avoid credit cards with annual fees, especially if you're just getting started with credit cards. So if you're just getting started with credit cards, there's no need to ever pay for a credit card that has, or to get a credit card that has an annual fee. There are way too many credit cards out there that you can get without having a credit card with an annual fee. Now, I know this is kind of weird because I spent a lot of time talking about secured cards in the past, and secured cards are pretty cool, but I don't look at secured card as paying an annual fee. Like, yes, you have to deposit your money in the account. It's a refundable deposit that you get back with most secured cards. I don't look at that as an annual fee because you're going to be getting a secured card that eventually will hopefully be promoted to an unsecured card, and you're going to get your money back, okay? Like all of your money back. So you want to avoid credit cards that have annual fee. The fourth thing that you want to do in regards to credit cards is you want to make sure you understand how credit cards work. A credit card is basically like a small loan agreement with you and that particular bank, okay? So it's not free money. It's not like, oh, I got this $5,000 loan and I don't have to pay it back. I mean, a loan is a loan is a loan. Like, it's a loan. So there's a difference between a loan and a grant, right? A grant is free money. You don't have to pay it back, okay? A loan, you have to pay it back. They expect you to pay it back, and if you don't, it's not going to be looking good for you in the future. And so you want to make sure that you understand that credit cards are like loan agreements, and you must pay them back, and you should pay them back. It's funny, I can't help but think, you know, that America is so funny. Like, we have it so made here. It is crazy to me. I was just thinking that, like, you can rack up credit card debts and then file bankruptcy and don't pay the credit card debt. And then wait your 7 to 10 years and you can do the very same thing again. People do that. Like, people actually do that as a hustle, which is crazy to me. So anyway, yeah, you want to make sure that you pay your credit cards back, okay? Pay them back. The fifth thing is that you want to make sure that you're making at least the minimum payment, okay? You're making at least the minimum payment. Now, that's not necessarily a good thing. So you want to ideally pay your credit cards off, pay them off as you use them. Me being the nerd that I am, I end up making payments on my credit cards maybe once a week, maybe once every 3 days, depending on how frequently I'm using the card. It's very common that I will pay my credit card once a week. And the reason why I do that is also there's no benefit in me paying my credit card off once a month. There's no need for me to wait 30 days and then pay my credit card off, okay? And I want to get that money out of my checking account. I don't want to think to myself, oh, I have all this money. No, I don't. I got to pay my credit card bill. So you want to make sure that you probably want to avoid paying just the minimum payment, because you're going to be paying money on interest and you're going to be basically wasting money, right? You're going to be paying more money for using your credit card. So if you've made a purchase for $500 and you only pay the minimum, it's going to take you a very long time to pay off the $500. And during that time, you will be paying maybe $100 extra, at least $50 extra. If it took you a whole year to pay $500 off, you'd be paying at least $50 to $100 extra based on what the APR is. So the APR could be anywhere from 11%, which is good. It's really not good, but that's kind of good. So anywhere from 11% to like 24% APR. So you want to make sure that you're paying your credit cards off. The next thing, the sixth thing, is that you want to make sure that you do not use your credit cards for cash advances. Don't go to the ATM machine and use your credit card, because they will charge and tack on extra fees, and you'll be surprised, like, what is this? What's this cash advance? What's this ATM charge? You know what I mean? So you don't want to use your credit card like a debit card and get money from the ATM machine. That's never good. And I understand life happens, but instead of doing that, maybe you can send yourself an invoice and use a different payment processor and pay that payment processor with your credit card. That may be cheaper than paying the cash advance or doing the ATM machine. So of course you got to do some research there. The seventh thing is that you want to not use your credit card outside the US unless that credit card has no foreign transaction fees. So if you go outside the US, let's say you go to, let's say you travel to the Cayman Islands, or you travel to the Bahamas, or you travel to Trinidad, anywhere that's not in the US. Let's say Jamaica, you know what I'm saying? Jamaica, yes. You go to Jamaica, you don't use your credit card unless you know for a fact that that particular credit card has no foreign transaction fees. So foreign transaction fees could be like from anywhere like 3% to 5%. So if you charge $100 on that card and that card has a foreign transaction fee, you will be paying $103 for that transaction, okay, if it's 3%. The eighth thing that you don't want to do is you don't want to buy unnecessary stuff in order to meet your minimum spend. So if you have a minimum spend of $1,000 in order to get some cash back or in order to get some points, you don't want to just randomly be out there buying stuff that you don't necessarily need. Okay, when you have a credit card and you don't have any discipline, it's very easy to say, you know what, I want to buy these Bluetooth speaker, or I want to buy this television, or whatever it is. All right, you don't have the money for it right then, but you want to buy it, and you're going to pay it off little by little. Don't play yourself, okay? Because you're making extra money for the credit card companies. You're giving them your money. You're throwing your money away. So don't do unnecessary spends if you're trying to meet a minimum spend. If you're going to apply for a credit card and it has a minimum spend, know that you can meet that minimum spend before you apply for it. So if you got to spend $1,000 in 3 months, you should at least have a game plan as to how you're going to do that before getting it, instead of just getting a card and then saying, I'm going to buy all the stuff that I don't need. You know what I mean? Like, don't do that. Just do what you normally do. Get your groceries on a credit card, get your gas, get your food if you dine out, you know, pay your cable bill, your water bill, your light bill, your internet bill, your car insurance, your cell phone, whatever. Do those things because those are things that you spend your money on anyway. The next thing, number 9, is you don't want to close a credit card that does not have an annual fee. So if the credit card doesn't have an annual fee, there's no reason to close that credit card, like period. Instead of closing the card, maybe use the card once a month, maybe once every 3 months, but don't close the card. There's never a need to close a credit card that does not have an annual fee. And the 10th thing that you want to avoid doing in regards to credit card is you want to never close your oldest credit card. Okay? Closing your oldest credit card is going to influence your credit score in a negative way. It's going to influence your average age of credit, and that is going to negatively impact your overall credit score. So average age of credit just simply refers to what's the average between all the revolving accounts you have. So if you have an account that's 1 year old and another account that's 10 years old, right? What's the average between those two accounts? That's your average age. So if you close the account that's 10 years old, you're going to lose 10 years of history, and now you're going to only have 1 year of history, and that's going to influence your credit in a very negative way. So you never want to close your oldest credit card account. And those are basically the 10 mistakes that you should definitely avoid when it comes to credit cards. Definitely avoid doing that because you're going to play yourself if you do those. Be sure to smash the thumbs up if you haven't already done so. And if you have questions, please ask them in the comment section. I will get to them in the live stream. And if you haven't already subscribed, be sure to subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. All right, cool. Let me jump back in here. So Real Woman says, all my cards have an annual charge. What can I do? What you can do is get yourself in a better position to eventually kind of make a shift from those types of credit cards. So like the first thing that you can do to kind of get towards making that shift is to get a secured card with a bank that graduates to an unsecured. So that would be Discover card, that would be Citibank card, that would be like the Navy Federal secured card, that would be like the TD Bank secured card. If you know of a bank that offers a secured card that promotes you to an unsecured, definitely consider getting that type of card because you know that card is going to graduate eventually, all right? And it's going to do your credit score good. It'll help you build your credit. And when you're building your credit, you'll get to a point where you can apply for an unsecured card, like a regular credit card without applying for a secured card, right? So that's kind of where you want to be. And then you can kind of wean yourself off of those cards that have the annual fee. Chad, what's going on, bro? Thanks for stopping by the stream. Chad said he opened a new Wells Fargo checking account with a $400 offer, just direct deposit $4K in 90 days. Is it $4K in 90 days, the direct deposit? And, you know, maybe I need to look into that because I think does direct deposit, ACH counts as direct deposit, right? This is a question I'm asking to you guys. I'm sure we have plenty of people that can answer that question. Direct deposit, ACH does counts, right? So like if I transfer money and it's an ACH type of transaction, yeah, I need to research that, Chad, because if it's $4,000 in 90 days in regards to direct deposit, like one time, and you get the $400 bonus. Like, that's dope. So I need to research that for sure. Sovereign God says, hey, can you explain about utilization? What's good utilization and what's bad? Basically, Sovereign God's utilization that is good is utilization between 0% and 10%. So the utilization is over all of your credit card accounts, okay? So if you have 3 credit cards, it's based on credit card number 1, credit card number 2, and credit card number 3. So if you have $300 here on this card, $400 on this card, that's $700, and another $300, it's based on $1,000, okay? So you have $1,000, that's your overall credit limit. So if you're concerned about your credit score and you want your score to be as high as possible, you want to stay between 0% and 10%. Now, you don't have to stay there, but just know that your credit score is going to be a lot lower if you're at 90% utilization, right? If you're at 90% utilization, which would be $900, your credit score is going to be lower. If you're at 9% utilization, and 9% of $1,000 would be $90. If you're at 9% utilization, your credit score is going to be higher. So you don't have to stay in the 0 to 10% unless you're concerned with your credit score. So if you know that you're going to be applying for a credit card or a car loan or a home loan, you want to make sure maybe 1 to 2 months your utilization is between that 0 to 9% category, okay? Otherwise, use your credit card however you want. Just understand that your score is going to fluctuate based on your credit utilization. So if your credit utilization is 60%, your score is going to be lower. If your credit utilization is 6%, your score is going to be higher. So just know that. Kayla, thanks for stopping by the live stream. It's a pleasure to have you here again. You made it. Kayla says, Vegas in the house. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. Michael, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you, sir. Big C says, what's the best credit card for grocery shopping? I think the best credit card for grocery shopping is probably the American Express Blue Cash Preferred. I think the annual fee is $95. It may be $99 now, but I think that's the best credit card for groceries. But it does have an annual fee, so it just really kind of depends. There's a bunch of different cards where you can get a decent amount of points in regards to making grocery purchases. But that one's pretty reasonable, and the annual fee is not that bad. Ulysses says, did you get my email? I don't know. I'm doing a live stream. Let me see. No, I don't see it here. I don't see the email here. At least not yet. Life Media Pro, what's going on, man? Thanks for stopping by the stream. Karen says she's in Japan. I think you shared that with me a while back, Karen, now that I asked that question and you answered. I think you shared that a while back. Okay, Egypt is asking about, should I pay off the collection agency? If not, why? And I'm pretty sure I talked about that, and I'm pretty sure somebody answered that question as well. Raul says, I've collected on Wells Fargo and Citi checking bonuses. I'm in the process of collecting on Chase 1000 checking bonus, and dangers in doing so. I don't think there's any danger. I think what you need to make sure that you don't do is make sure that you don't close any of those accounts in whatever time frame, right? So like I know for Chase that the account needs to be open at least 6 months. I don't remember reading about what will happen if, I think you're going to be responsible for maybe the bonus, that type of deal. But dude, that Chase account, I guess you're talking about the Sapphire checking, whichever one it is. It's like $75K across your Chase accounts, and you'll get $1,000. If that's the account you're talking about, that's a pretty sweet one. I was very interested in doing that one, but it wasn't available when I was doing the research on trying to get it. Kayla says, which credit card do you recommend with Navy Federal? Initially, I think that if you can get any of their credit cards, like let's say you call them and said, hey, am I pre-qualified? And they say, yep, you're pre-qualified for any of our cards. I think that the Cash Rewards is a decent card to start with. And I say it's decent to start with. The More Rewards is better. I like that one a lot. The More Rewards might be the best one, to be honest with you. I have the Cash Rewards, the More Rewards, and the Flagship, which is a $49 annual fee, which is not bad. because you do get that $100 statement credit for global entry and TSA pre-check. So you can kind of justify the $49 for 2 years at least if you get global entry. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's just a matter of knowing that like the first card you get, especially if it's the first card, you can get the cash rewards. You can get all 3 of them. I have all 3 of them, and I would suggest getting all 3 because Navy Federal is really, really generous with their credit limits, and it's gonna just make your credit look good. You're gonna have a lot of available credit for sure. Ernest says, thank you a lot, Duane. Yes, sir. I appreciate you, man. Gregory, what's going on, bro? Thanks for stopping by the stream. Denise says, hey, Duane, I'm excited about my Discover Insecure card. I just called them and I will be able to take advantage of the 5% versus the 2% on the 10th after my first billing cycle, just like you told me. All right, Denise, thanks for stopping by the stream and sharing this information. And I'm glad that they will allow you to switch on over. So I think you're going to enjoy that and get a lot more bang for your buck. You're going to be getting 5% on gas right now. So that'll be cool whenever you're able to make that transition. Mel, thanks for stopping by the stream. Mel says, Duane, what's up? Tuning in for the knowledge. Got a question. Was told by Chase I can't get a relationship with Chase anymore. Had them back in high school. Was trying to apply for a new credit card. What's another good credit card company I should consider? Mel, great question. I think another good credit card company you should consider is probably anybody you can initially get a credit card with. Navy Federal is always going to be up there for me. Navy Federal is it. Navy Federal is the best as far as I'm concerned, because you're going to benefit in a lot of ways from banking with Navy Fed, right? There's great rates on all their stuff as far as credit cards, car loan, home loan, that type of thing. So I think Navy Fed's always good to suggest. If you're interested in getting like a big bank type of situation, I don't know. Credit card wise, I think it's just a matter of taking care of the relationships you have now and then hopefully using that to get you where you want to be. Like, let's say you want American Express, then you just take care of your credit, make sure your credit score is good. And then, in 8 to 10, 12, 16 months, hopefully you'll be in a position to have a decent credit score where you can be pre-qualified for an American Express card. But Navy Fed is definitely a good route to go. It's a very, very solid route to go if you can get in with Navy Fed. Let's see. Suave99 says, when in a situation like that, it's a situation that the current credit card profile, available credit and job security, consistent income, I'd be cautious. Okay. Maybe he was answering somebody else back. Garland, thanks for stopping by the stream. Don't remember seeing you here before, so I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you guys for smashing the thumbs up. We got 127 people in here and 104 thumbs up. If you haven't already smashed it, please consider smashing that thumbs up. It helps tremendously, and it makes my heart oh so happy. Oh so happy. How many credit cards should one person have on average? Great question, and honestly, the best answer would be how many credit cards that person can manage. I think a decent number of credit cards to have is like 3 to 5. The average person, right? Like, I don't consider myself average because I'm a nerd and I like the credit card game. I like getting points. I like getting cash back. I just think it's really neat, and I'm really nerdy and OCD like that about it. So for me, I currently have 19 credit cards. I should have had like 24 by now, to be honest with you. 19 credit cards is not fun to manage. So I would say between 3 and 5. And the more you do this credit card thing and the more you watch these videos and other people's videos, you start to be more open-minded and see the benefit in having more credit cards possibly, or at least applying for different types of cards. Even if you end up closing it, which there's really no benefit, right? Like if I had 3 cards and those are my 3 cards, my 3-card base, and I apply for a new one for the sign-up bonus, and then I kept it for a little bit after I got the bonus, maybe a year or 2, and then I closed it, like there's no benefit in closing it. So to answer your question, I'd say between 3 and 5. That's a decent amount. Brian, what's going on, bro? Thanks for stopping by the stream. Says, are you, I guess you're saying, how are you? Or he says, are you still? Stay home, lockdown. Okay. Yeah, I definitely need to stay home. Um, okay, this person says, Navy Federal pre-approved me will all for all credit except flagship. Where am I? What are my percentage to be approved? If they say you're pre-qualified for all the cards except for the flagship card, then just go for it. I would just start at the bottom. I would start with the cash rewards because it's easy and you can always, you're in a position to get all three of the, not all three, but get 3 credit cards with Navy Fed. And for me, those 3 cards are the cash reward, the more rewards, and the flagship. So I would just start with the cash rewards. Rod, what's going on? Rod says, Duane, how long does it take effect? How long does it affect your score if the cards that you open are around the same time? I'm not exactly sure what you're asking there, Rod. I'm not exactly sure. Sorry, man. I wish I knew exactly what you were saying because, of course, I talked about a lot of stuff and that comment was there for a while, I'm sure. The Coin Alley says, do the defensive driving and you'll get a certificate to send to the insurance for at least 10% discount. Yeah, I mean, it's just so crazy because I don't want to be bothered with the defensive driving. It's not like I don't have the time. You know what I mean? Like, I'm at the house. I definitely have the time and I definitely should do that. I'll keep you guys posted. Deborah, thanks for stopping by. She says, hey, Duane, what can you tell me about Bank of America card? I can't really tell you anything that the internet hasn't already told you. I think that it's a decent card. I mean, you know, all of the credit cards are decent if you use them correctly, you know. And by correctly, I mean use them and pay them off. So you're never carrying a balance. You know, I guess, of course, if there are people out there that carry balances on their credit card, then the APR would be important. But other than that, just use it. It's a tool. And I really don't know a lot about it. Let me see. I want to pull it up real quickly just because I'm curious now. Because I feel like, is that the secured card that you're talking about in regards to? Jesus Christ. I'm going to kill this thing. They got this stupid, there's like a stupid plug-in or something on my computer that's upsetting me. And it allows me to use Yahoo every single time. And I hate using Yahoo when I'm on, I don't use Yahoo period, really. So let's see here. Let me open this up. Bank of America card from Bank of America. Is it a student credit card? Is it really only a student credit card? I'm not sure. It's looking like it's a student credit card. I don't know. Let me see. Let me see here. Let me share my computer screen with you guys so you guys can see what I'm talking about while I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. Okay, so it looks like it's a student card here. Well, there's no annual fee, so that's good. Yeah, like I said, I mean, if it has no annual fee, I think it's awesome. Me personally, I was applying for credit cards just to have more available credit. I can remember looking at Credit Karma and like looking at something about, it was probably under like credit utilization or something like that. And it was basically saying like if you had $50,000 or more of available credit, that would be good. So there was a time where, of course, I did not have $50,000 of available credit. Now I have a little bit, you know, a lot more than $50,000, which is cool. There's no real benefit to it because I'm not ever going to use it like that unless I am going to make that actual purchase and pay it off. But yeah, I would say it's a solid card. I mean, there's no annual fee, to be honest with you. The Coin Alley says 90 and a 70. Dang, you lucky you didn't get arrested. That's almost reckless driving. You can go to court. He might not show up. Yeah, of course they might not show up. But I don't want to deal with any of that. And yeah, I would have to be going a little bit faster than that to get arrested. I think here in Houston, I think it's like, I don't remember the exact amount. I know if you're going double for sure, you're definitely in trouble, but I don't know the exact amount in regards to getting arrested. Ruben says speeding must not care about the price of gas. That's funny, man. Let's see. My camera needs to focus here. Yikes. What's going on with my focus? Whoa, I don't know how long it's not been focused. Let me see if I can fix it. Oh man, that is not good. That is not good. Come on, camera. Yikes. Oh. Oh, there we go. All right, fixed itself. All right, sweet. Except I feel like I'm more zoomed in now, and I don't want to be. All right, maybe I'll leave it alone. Maybe I'll just be zoomed in. You guys get to see me up close, like you always do anyway. All right, cool. So the camera's back on. Guys, I am peeling. Y'all can't really see that much, but I'm peeling. I was walking outside the last couple of days. I did some walking. I did like 6 miles on Friday. I did 6 miles again on Saturday, I think. Anyway, Shoe Lady, thank you for stopping by the stream. It's a pleasure to have you here. CC says, for my first credit bill, my score dropped. I have a $200 credit limit and 20% usage was reported to the bureau. Is that normal? I went from 674 to 600. No, that is not normal for your score to drop 74 points. And I don't think it has anything to do with the usage per se. 20% is not horrible, not enough to drop your score 74 points. So something must have happened there. You need to probably do some digging around and kind of see what you can discover, because something definitely had to have happened in regards to that for your score to drop that far. Brian says, here in Vancouver, Portland, people don't get on the freeway at limit. I'm not sure what exactly you're saying, Brian, but I think you're talking about me going insanely fast, right? Which was stupid. We're not gonna talk about it, guys. That's what I get for sharing. Ruben says, stay healthy. The rich billionaires don't care if you get sick. Yes, sir. That is 1000% correct. Oh man, that's funny. He sells resale. Says, so I pay my bill off. So what do I do then to go to the FICO? Oh, what? Not exactly what you're asking there. He sells. Not exactly sure what you're asking there. I'm sorry. Don't want to butcher your first name, bro. Forgive me. Says Wagwan Brethren. Should I get rid of my first progress? I have a Navy Fed, Discover Secured, Capital One, Quicksilver One, and Capital One Platinum. Yeah, I would say absolutely. Now, if that card is your oldest card, just know that it will affect your score in a negative way. If that card does not have an annual fee, there's never a reason to get rid of it. So there's that. Yeah. I mean, just know it's gonna affect you. Like, it could affect it, especially if that card is the oldest card. Ruben says everybody is supposedly going to get the beer illness. Many people will become immune and transmit it asystematic. Yeah, you know what? I had the flu in January, and like I'm saying, man, I was super sick. I was like, maybe I've never had the flu, because I don't remember being that sick in my entire life. I don't know if it's because I'm older now. I don't know, but I was real sick, and it really sucked. So I don't know. I don't even know if I had it. I don't think I had it per se. I would hope not. Tyrone, what's going on, bro? Thanks for stopping by the stream. Appreciate you, man. S House says, on your Amex Platinum card, do you earn points on everything you spend or just on travel? Yeah, you get 1 times point on all your purchases unless it's hotels or plane ticket, and you have to book those through American Express. Okay, like if you book the hotel. If you book a hotel through like hotels.com and you use your platinum card, you're not going to get 5 times points. So the platinum card like isn't special in regards to like points that you get for purchases, right? You only get 5 times points on your plane tickets that you book through Amex or directly with the airline. And then you get 5 times points with whatever I just said, hotels. Okay. So yeah, it sucks otherwise. Nadim says, first Premier credit card. What about it? Karen says, Navy Federal sent me an approval letter for their cash rewards card, but as you may have already know, I have the secured card from them, so I'm wondering if I should go for it or wait to graduate. Now you could wait to graduate. Honestly, that's what I did. You don't have to, but I would just wait, just because I did. And I think that it's okay to do that. If you want to wait 4 months and then apply for it, I feel like they're going to graduate you to the cash rewards. So I wouldn't necessarily apply for the cash rewards, correct? Because I think they're going to graduate that card to that card. So if you want to wait 4 months, okay, which is well over the 91 days, you wait 4 months because you can't wait anymore and then apply for the more rewards card. Or you wait until they promote your secured card and then apply for the more rewards card. Both of those are both good. Christina, thank you so much for stopping by the stream. She says, I will email you tonight. Okay, awesome. I will hopefully get the email tonight. Ulysses, I still have not gotten your email, bro. I'm looking at it right now just because I want to see if I've gotten it, and I have not gotten it. So if you're still watching, just know that I haven't gotten your email as yet. Oh, wow, sweet. Somebody sent me a $5 super chat here on Cash App. I was going to say WhatsApp. I don't even have my information on the screen today, so I appreciate that. Thank you so much for that $5 super chat. That means a lot to me. Let me see here real quickly. Once again, guys, if you have questions, please do not hesitate to ask the questions. I will do my best to answer them. That's the whole purpose of this live stream. I'm trying to see here. Let me see. Dude, that is crazy. I don't even have, where is it at? Okay, here we go. Boom. No, it's not showing. There we go. There. Look, I'm like, no, it's not showing. Yeah, I just put my Cash App information on the screen if anybody wants to send a super chat this way. YouTube does take 30% of the super chats sent directly on YouTube, which is fine. So they take 30, I get 70. But if you want to send a super chat on Cash App, you can do that way as well. All right, let's see here. Oh, okay, cool. The Coin Alley. All right, you slapped my Cash App ID in there. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much, man. Good looking out. All right, let me see. Scrolling down, making sure I get everybody's questions here. Jay's Way says, I did the application for Navy Federal Wednesday and still have not heard back from them. Really? I called them and they said they can't see nothing. That's interesting, Jay's Way. That's crazy. I hope that they're not going to say it's because of coronavirus. They're working so slow, but hopefully you hear from them soon and get in there, because I think you're going to have a good experience with Navy Fed. Tanya, thank you so much for stopping by the stream. It's a pleasure to see you here in another stream. Thank you so much for stopping by. Chambe, what's going on, bro? Says, sorry about the ticket. Your ticket will be dismissed. Courts know that nobody is working now. They'll give you a pass. You know, it does have a number that said I can call to see if I can get it dismissed. Did it say dismissed? I think it said dismissed or something like that. And it was like $20. And I was like, oh my God. And of course I want to do that, but I wanted to wait. I didn't want to call, like the next day after I got my ticket. So maybe I'll look into that and maybe I can get lucky. Wow. Okay. David says, I just tuned in. Can do a quick revamp. Yeah, I'm sure I already did a quick redo of what I was talking about, for sure. Mr. D, thanks for stopping by the stream. Appreciate you. I don't remember seeing you here before, so thanks for stopping by. Stephen, thank you for that thumbs up. Appreciate you, sir. Mr. Pritchett, I hope I said that right. Says, is it possible to upgrade from the Quicksilver to the Saver 1 card from Capital One? Yes, it is possible. People say that you can upgrade on the website. I've never done it that way before, but it is possible. And also, sometimes Capital One is ridiculous in regards to upgrading. So they may tell you can't upgrade at this time, which is really stupid. And you wait a couple of months and then they'll let you do it. So yeah, you can definitely do that. The Coin Alley says Wells Fargo has a secure card that graduates. I can attest to that. And Wells Fargo is really funny. I've had a not so pleasant experience with Wells Fargo. I know other people have said different things. So thanks for taking the time, the Coin Alley, and putting this out there. and letting us know. And definitely Wells Fargo needs some positive lights, that's for sure. All right, let me see here. RJeff3 says ACH counts. Okay, good, because that will make it a lot easier for me to sign up for that account with Wells Fargo. I'm gonna have to put a reminder in my phone to do that, actually, because I will not remember. So I'm gonna slap a reminder here real quick to look up the Wells Fargo account with that $400 sign up bonus. Give me my 400. All right, cool. Sweet, let's see here. So can I only apply for the Saver One then? Here's the thing, right? So if you do the product change, you're not gonna get the sign up offer, right? So the Quicksilver is a decent card. I mean, there really isn't a reason to get rid of that card for the Saver if you can just apply for it and get the sign up offer. I think that's pretty decent to do. And I have the Saver card. I have the Saver rewards, whichever one that has the four times back on dining and entertainment and whatnot. So, but if you want to get the one that doesn't have the annual fee, that makes perfect sense as well. The Coin Alley says, depends on the bank. He lost out on the open bonus with Bank of America. They wanted real direct deposits, of course, like payroll and government payments. Some banks can't detect the difference while others can. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense for sure. Kassan, what's going on, bro? Thanks for stopping by. It was awesome talking to you on the phone the other day. He says, hello, everyone. Some kind of late, but tuned in now to receive more credit knowledge. Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Lindsay, thanks for stopping by the stream. Says, you're awesome. Took your advice. Opened a savings account with the Navy Fed. 2 months later, was approved for a Navy Platinum with 18,100 limit. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for coming back to the channel and letting us know. Definitely don't ever remember seeing you leave a comment here. So I really appreciate you taking the time to do that. That means a lot to me, and it means a lot more to the viewers that can see that what we talk about on How to Build Credit TV works and helps people. So congratulations, man, and thanks for telling me that. Evans says, my Jewelers Club, 5,000 revolving trade, no credit score required. Yes, sir. Good advice. Good advice. Kassan was saying $95 on the American Express Reserve card. Not exactly sure what you're talking about there, to be honest with you. Yeah, I think Wells Fargo does have a secured business card, and that's actually really, really good. I really kind of screwed myself because I did a business. I started a business like a corporation, and in 2019, and of course I filed like business stuff under that for 2019. I filed it already. I would have already paid for it, to be honest with you, pay my taxes on that. But my tax person said that they were not going to deduct money until July 15th, which they tried to deduct money out of my account on April 15th, which I paid my personal taxes on April 15th, and they were also trying to take out for business taxes. But that's really cool that Wells Fargo has that secured card, the business card, because that's a really, really easy way to get business credit established. And I need to definitely probably open another business, because the way I did my business was kind of like credit card driven. Like the way it was coded when the business was opened is not good for me getting approved for business credit. I learned that the hard way with US Bank. They were like, we can't extend credit to businesses like yours. And I was like mine? What's wrong with my business? So I need to definitely redo that. The Coin Alley says he had the Wells Fargo secured card in 2003, which graduated after 12 months or so. Still one of my oldest cards. Awesome. Awesome. 1006 Scoop says, I made a small purchase with my secured Navy card. When should I pay it? Due date is May 5th. Pay it anytime you want to. Pay it right now. There's no benefit in waiting to pay it. Just pay it now. If you want to wait till closer to the due date, you can do that as well. But I just pay my cards when I use them for the most part. Chad says, hey bro, have you ever thought about putting all your credit limits through Navy Fed on your flagship? Since the maximum is 80,000, you can still apply for 2 other cards. Will they let me do that? Chad, would they let me do that? And by do that, I mean, if I put all of the limit on the flagship, you think that'd be interesting. Chad, that is not a bad suggestion. Thank you for that info. Not a bad suggestion, sir. Zachary, thanks for stopping by, says, do you need to be military or affiliate of military to get Navy Fed? Yes, you do. You need to have somebody that's related to you that has military affiliation for you to open an account with Navy Fed. You can go to their website to learn more about what's necessary to open their account. Josie, thanks for stopping by another stream. Happy Monday. I'm glad I was able to join the credit family and receive this free knowledge. It's a pleasure to have you here again. You have consistently, this is your 3rd or 4th live stream in a row, so I appreciate you stopping by. I appreciate that. Kodak says, thanks. Okay, talking to Josie. Scrolling down. Neo says, hello, I got new cards. The funny thing, I dropped my utilization under 40%, but my FICO did not move. What happened? I did have a lot of inquiries though. So here's the thing, right? Like you're saying you dropped it to 40%. 40% is not that low, and it may simply not have been reflected yet on your credit bureaus, right? So like, even though you drop it, it's not like if my utilization is now 2% today, it may still take days or weeks depending on when the credit card reports to the credit bureau before it shows up on your credit score. So if my closing date is like the 29th of the month or the 28th, they're not going to report to like the 30th of the month, right? So if I paid my car off on if I paid my card off on the 1st of the month, it's not necessarily going to reflect instantly on your credit report like your FICO score. Now, Credit Karma may you may see it in Credit Karma because Credit Karma does updates every 7 days. So hopefully it just hasn't reported yet. Chambe says, I got my credit score updated yesterday. Experian, FICO, 745 Equifax, 758, Experian 715. But my Credit Karma, they're all under 700. I don't get Advantage score. First of all, the score that really matters is your FICO score. So don't sweat Credit Karma. Maybe you're like me. You're one of the lucky few that your Credit Karma score is lower than your FICO score. That doesn't happen often. My Credit Karma scores are always lower than my FICO score. Rod says, if I open 3 cards 1 month apart and close my first 2, will that affect my score? Absolutely, that will affect your score, especially if the first 2 are your oldest 2 accounts. Absolutely. There's no need to close credit cards that have no annual fee. So if these credit cards don't have an annual fee, don't close them. There's no benefit in closing those cards. Mel says, thanks, Duane. Now another question. My score is 619. The Open Sky has gotten me there, and I have the Capital One Platinum secured. Also, they're graduating cards with a year of history. Should I close them? I'm it for unsecured. Okay. Not exactly sure what you're asking. The only cards that you're going to close is maybe the Capital One secured card because it doesn't graduate. But please don't close that card if it's one of your oldest cards. I would wait till your youngest card gets to 1 year. And if the Capital One Platinum or the Capital One Secured is one of your oldest card, then I would close that card then. Of course, it's going to affect your score negatively. If you close an older account, it will affect your score. And it will also affect your score when you close the account because you're losing more credit limit, right? So you're losing more available credit. So if you're closing an account and you're losing like $500 of available credit, and now you only have $700 of available credit to play with, it's going to make it a lot easier for you to have a higher utilization because now you've lost one of your credit limits. So just kind of keep that in mind. The Key Man, thanks for stopping by the stream, says, hey, Duane, I'm in my new credit journey. I've made quite a few mistakes. However, I've managed to get 8 credit cards with decent limits each. It just takes time and patience to build credit. Yes, sir. I couldn't have said it better myself. You're absolutely right. It does take time and patience. And congratulations to you for doing the work. 8 credit cards is plenty, and decent credit limits sound like awesome to me. Thanks for taking the time to share that. I appreciate you, man. Jesus says Key and Peele. Yes, sir. Thanks for stopping by the stream. I don't get the Key and Peele comment, but those guys are funny. Kassan says, heads up, Duane, 50 miles per hour over the posted speed limit is usually reckless driving with points. Be careful, sir. Yeah, man, listen, trust me when I say I know I played myself. Like with a capital K. I know I played myself. So yeah, I definitely don't need any trouble. That's for sure. Big C says, what's the best store credit card to get? Target or Walmart? Which one of them is better savings? I don't think it's about savings. I think it's about like the cash back, right? Because both of those cards are cashback cards. And I think it just makes more sense with wherever you shop the most. If I were you, I would go Walmart all day just because I'm pretty sure I shop at Walmart more than Target. Target's a little bit more expensive. Of course, Target's more organized and probably neater and all that stuff. But you pay for that. And I don't do couponing, so I don't have time for that. I would personally go with the Walmart because I feel like you would shop at Walmart more. But that's just, that's just probably me talking. Not exactly sure. It says, see if you can join a local PBA, or if you know someone to get a family card. I don't even know what PBA is. That's so bad. That's so bad. JH, what's going on? Thanks for stopping by the stream. JH says, what's credit limit does Navy Federal pull? Credit file. Sorry, what's credit file? I know that Navy Fed pulls TransUnion. I'm not sure the other ones. I know they pull TransUnion though, commonly. Let's see. Christina says, why is that a lot of companies don't accept American Express or Discover? With American Express, I feel like they don't accept American Express because American Express charges the highest fee when it comes to like processing payments. They're definitely one of the higher fees. So like MasterCard and Visa charges low transaction fees. Their transaction fees, like let's say it's 1 to 2%, where American Express will be a little more than that. As far as Discover, I'm not exactly sure why Discover isn't accepted. Of course, Discover says they're accepted now in 95% of the US. 95%. That's their commercial and their marketing. But I don't know. I really don't know why that is per se. But you're right. Those two for sure are among the black sheep when it comes to credit cards. Mr. Wonderful says, checking in from Guam. 11:20 a.m. morning here. Love the show. Hey, Mr. Wonderful, I appreciate you stopping by and showing love, man. I like that profile pic. I see some shrimp in there. I don't know if that's rice underneath, but I know it's shrimp up top. So thanks for stopping by the stream. Appreciate you. Armin says, disable your Yahoo browser and make Google your default browser. First of all, Yahoo would never be my browser or my search engine, okay? And there's definitely some bug. There's some plugin or something installed on my computer, and I'm super pissed because normally you go into the preferences and you just, do your thing. It's not that simple. This is like a virus. And I'm really upset because I have a Mac, and Mac people are, I'm a snob about no viruses on my Mac and blah blah blah. Something I downloaded, which is crazy because I don't download a lot, so it was probably like a Flash player or Java or something, and it kind of ninja'd their way into my crap, and it really upsets me because I can't figure it out, and I normally can figure it out, and I'm so cheap. I don't want to pay for like virus protection. Like I can do the scan, and the scan will say, oh, there's one threat, and they're right, there is one threat. But I don't want to pay for the service. It's really bad. Don't make me look bad, man. Don't make me look bad. Omega, what's going on, bro? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you very much. Brian says, I guess my chicken peck typing needs a tune-up. I had to spend a bit more for the truck repair. Then it dawned on me to cancel the auto payment for the Discover. After I canceled auto payment, my minimum is $125. Okay, Brian, I hear you, bro, on the typing. Yeah, I type pretty slow too, so don't sweat it, man. He says, do you mind if I DM? Yeah, if you email me, go for it. Email me. My email address is in the live stream. It's helpingothersprosper@gmail.com. So yeah, go ahead and email me. That's cool. Ulysses, definitely resend the email because I haven't gotten it yet still. Ulysses, you should have my number, right? I feel like we communicated on the phone. Let me look here real quickly. I feel like you should have it. No, I guess you don't. Wow. Okay, I'm tripping. I don't. Okay, scrolling down. Armin says, Duane, anyone can apply for the Navy Federal credit card. No, you have to have an account. You have to have a checking and savings account with Navy Fed to be able to apply for their credit cards. Kassan says someone was talking about the annual fee concerning the American Express card earlier. Okay. I missed that. Totally missed that. Adriana, thank you so much for stopping by the live stream. It's a pleasure to see you here. Thanks for the thumbs up. I appreciate that very, very much. Oh, Lord. Okay. Nicholas says, can you get sign up bonus with Capital One if you have a previous customer or no? You should be able to get a sign up bonus for any of the cards that you're applying for with Capital One that offers that sign up offer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like previous customers shouldn't matter. You should be able to get the sign up bonus. Of course, I guess there are instances where maybe you wouldn't, but I feel like for the most part, you should be able to for sure. That's too funny. All right, let's see here. Kayla says, thanks for sharing your knowledge, Duane. Have a good week. Kayla, thank you so much for stopping by the stream. It's a pleasure to have you here. I appreciate you. Guys, if you guys have any questions, you can always email me. I'll slap my email address in the live stream again real quickly. It is helpingothersprosper@gmail.com. It's so funny because I have a shorter email address, but this one's it's so meaningful to me, so I keep using it. helpingothersprosper@gmail.com. If you guys have questions, feel free to ask them there, and include your phone number if I need to call you for something. Like, anyway, yeah, include your phone number if you want. But if you have questions, definitely give me a shout. Kenneth says, just got the Cash Rewards credit card from Navy Federal 1 month ago, 3,600 credit limit. Do you think I can apply for another credit card with 8 inquiries in 2 more months? You could. I would wait 4 months just because it doesn't hurt. And I would not be surprised if you don't get approved. 8 inquiries is a lot. So just keep that in mind. Okay. Wait 4 months, period. And then if you reapply, or not reapply, but if you apply, don't be surprised if you're not approved for a credit card. Okay. Because that's just how it is. Brian says, love your content, brother. Brian, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate that a lot. Thanks for taking the time to leave a positive comment and commenting in general. That means a lot to me, Brian. Thanks a lot. I appreciate you, bro. Win Twin, what's going on, bro? Says, doesn't Navy Fed have their own credit scoring system? Yes, they do. They do. D. Anderson says yes, but they still look at the FICO. Yeah, I mean, the FICO is definitely, if your FICO is good, you're not going to be like horrible on Navy Federal's scoring system. I don't remember which FICO model they use, but it is different. I think it goes up to 450 points or something like that. I don't remember. Cleopatra says, hey, Duane, long time, but I'm back again. Can you tell me what credit bureau does DCU Credit Union pull from? I have no idea, Cleopatra. You could always contact them and ask. Of course, you can get on Google and Google it, but the best thing to do is just call them and ask what credit bureau they pull from. Raul says, Duane, you're one of the unsung heroes. Never knew how much banks count on someone falling behind or only making minimum payments. Thanks for what you do. Raul, I appreciate you, man. And I appreciate you taking the time to say those kind words. Those go a long way with me. I appreciate that. Blackout says, first time here. I appreciate you, Blackout. Thank you so much for stopping by the stream. If you have questions, don't be afraid to ask them. That's what this channel is all about. Jay's Way says, how can I become cheap, tight like you? I need to get out of my debt. You know, it just takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of practice. I'm just a real nerd, and I really enjoy watching my bank account grow. I mean, for me, it's a game. For me, it's a challenge, and I just like it. You know, I think that there's a lot of benefit in saving your money and making your money work for you instead of, you know, you killing yourself to make a little bit of money and not, like, you know, keep a lot of it. It's important to keep money. It's important to keep a lot of your money so that you can have choices. You can be a little less stressed out about certain things, and that's what it is for me. So you'll be fine. You'll get there for sure. Don't even worry about it. You will get there. Okay, so he's telling me what PBA is. Okay, Police Benevolent Association or Fraternity Order of Police. It helps you get out of tickets, and if you ever get pulled over by police, the family cards and gold cards with your name. Okay, sweet. I had no idea. Thanks, man. I appreciate you taking the time to type that up and letting me know what that is. Okay, Ulysses, I finally got your email, bro. Cool. I got you. I see you here on the email, so I'll talk to you after the live stream. Okay, sweet. Josie out here giving answers at Cleopatra. DCU uses Equifax. Thank you, Josie. I see you guys. Credit family. Let's go. That's awesome. WinTwin says pay for the service because it's cheaper than someone wiping their virus off on your laptop. Oh man, that's funny. That is crazy. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. I'm going to wrap it on up for this live stream. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I will be doing a live stream tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central Time on Cakeology's channel. So be sure to stop by that channel and check out the live stream. Subscribe to his channel. Support the live stream. I'll be on there answering questions. Whatever questions he's going to ask me. I don't even know what we're talking about yet, but I'm going to be over there. And so be sure to stop by tomorrow. This is 8 p.m. Central Time on Cakeology's channel, and his channel name is Cakeology. I just typed it into the stream here. Cakeology. Be sure to go by the channel, subscribe to the channel. I'll be there tomorrow, 8 p.m. Central Time, doing a live stream there. And of course, I plan on having some videos for you guys. You know what? I didn't tell you guys the sad story about the Navy Federal Credit Union flagship card. So I got that card. On March 23rd. Applied for it March 23rd. Was approved for it. Got the card. The card sat in the envelope unopened for like 2 weeks. I was able to use my card number because Navy Federal, like a day or two after you get approved, they send you, hey, you want to use your card, you want to get your credit card number. So I have the credit card number, even though I did not open the envelope yet. Long story short, I did the unenveloping. Cool video. I did a little unenvelope review situation. It was nice. I have this memory card right here. This memory card. This guy right here. Yeah, okay. So there's a little micro SD card that goes right here. A little micro, little teeny tiny. So I put this is the adapter, right? The memory, the SD adapter, right? So I put this whole thing into the camera, right? When I'm shooting the video. And long story short, the laptop fell off the sofa and it landed right on that memory card, like right on it. And I thought nothing of it. I was like, okay, cool. The laptop's cool. All is well. And then it was like Saturday, I wanted to edit the video and upload it on Saturday. So long story short, I did not save the video, the actual video, the unenveloping from the camera onto the laptop. So the memory card, the micro SD card, it's super tiny. It's like this big. it broke. Like it fell, and it literally like it would go right here. The top half popped out and the bottom half stayed in this little adapter. And so I'm super upset because I wasn't able to upload that video on Saturday, and I can't reshoot that video because I can't reopen the envelope because the envelope is long gone and torn up, and I'm super hurt. So that video is not coming out, but I will be doing some videos this week. So I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. Nicholas says, hey Duane, do you have an alert? Card company, if you travel out of state, do you have to alert? No, Nicholas, no. As a matter of fact, when I was going to Costa Rica, I called up, I think I called up Capital One because I was using my Capital One card. No, maybe it wasn't Capital One. I know I called American Express for sure because I was going to use my gold card. And they were like, no, you don't have to tell us, blah, blah, blah. Now, if it's a smaller credit card company, just know that if you use the card and the card is declined, of course, they're going to reach out to you and, say, hey, is this you? Or is this fraud type of thing? But no, I didn't. And you don't. You normally don't have to call and let them know anything. You just go wherever you're going and do your business. Brian, have a good night, bro, and enjoy your week. Thomas says, don't go. Thomas, enjoy your week, bro. I appreciate you. D. Anderson says, love and guidance to you all. Peace. Good night. S. House says, do you think it matters on your Amex? What does it say? Do you think it matter on your Amex card which member since? No, not at all. Because I had a relationship with Amex from '99, but I ruined it, and it still says a member since '99 on my card. Thank you so much for that $4.99 super chat, Neo. I appreciate you, man. I really appreciate that $4.99 super chat, and it's a pleasure to have you here as usual, my friend. Let's see. Wintuin says, I'm still cleaning my credit report and getting old, inaccurate info off my credit report. Credit report rule number 4080. The credit bureaus are shady. Boy out here. Okay, I see you rhyming, bro. Coin Alley says, member since date is something to be proud of. It has no bearing but bragging rights. Member since 1997. I see you, brother. I see you, 1997. We showing our age out there, bro. I especially you, since I'm 99. Josie says, I'm going to Costa Rica in July. Did you enjoy your trip? Josie, girl, don't get me started about Costa Rica. That's a whole nother live stream. Costa Rica is a very beautiful country. And when I came back from Costa Rica, I was talking about Costa Rica in one of my live streams. And literally, I was like the Costa Rican ambassador. Like, I had all things positive to say about Costa Rica. Now, it would have done me a lot of good if I spoke Spanish. Your boy does not know a lick of Spanish. I've been doing Duolingo on my phone because I have time in learning a little Spanish. But Costa Rica is really, really awesome. And there are a lot of things to see there. Like, a lot. Like, it's ridiculous. Beautiful country. You would have to go back several times for you to get the grasp of how awesome Costa Rica is. Or unless you were going and you were going to experience 9 different things over 11 days or something like that, But I think you're going to have a good time. Can't wait to hear about your trip. Costa Rica is freaking dope. Yeah, hopefully you'll be able to go in July. That'll be really, really cool. Armin says, okay, thank you. But another question, can anyone apply for Navy Federal checking and savings? You have to be either affiliated with the military or somebody in your family that is affiliated, like a stepbrother, your dad, your mom, that type of thing. You can go to the Navy Federal website and click on information where it says who can join, okay? But you definitely have to be affiliated in that way. Josie, that live stream is not really, I don't think I titled the live stream Costa Rica. I don't remember now. There's so many videos I have on my channel. It's ridiculous. But I definitely have a video on the channel where I talked about my Airbnb in Costa Rica. So you can find that one because it talks about my Airbnb. It doesn't really show a lot. It just shows the Airbnb. But anyway, I appreciate you guys so much. Be sure to smash the thumbs up on the way outside the door if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel, and I will see you guys next time. Once again, my name is Duane with How to Build Credit TV, and I approve this video. I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, take care and be blessed. Peace. Thank you guys for the super chats. All of you guys, I appreciate you. Enjoy your week. I'll see you guys in a future video. All right, later guys.